Now, I'm sure that most of you have noticed that Michigan summers have been getting hotter in the past several years. This is not coincidence. In fact, this is an after effect of global warming due to correct measurements and observable facts. The Earth is getting warm mostly due to the burning of fossil fuels and the melting of permafrost. We should use this information to be more environmentally friendly. Global warming is a huge topic with numbers facts. So I will only talk to you about the very basic thing of this. For things, I will tell you a little about what is exactly and some of its effects, how the burning of the fossil fuels and the melting of permafrost contribute to the global warming, and how we can be more environmentally friendly and decrease our carbon footprint. So let's start by talking about what is global warming exactly. Global warming is a continued rise in the average temperature of the Earth's climate over the past couple decades. It has affected us economically, environmentally, and politically. According to National Geographic, average temperature have climbed 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit around the world since 1880. In fact, most of this increase has been in recent years. Other effects of climate change include sea level rise. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the sea level has been increased 3.5 millimeter per year since the earliest 1990s. Carbon dioxide, or CO2, is one of the major greenhouse gases that contributed to global warming. The greenhouse effect is the warming effect that occurs when century gas in the Earth's atmosphere trap heat. Those gases are known as greenhouse gas. The increase of carbon dioxide will lead to the increase of the amount of the heat that is trapped in the Earth's atmosphere. Also, there are other greenhouse gases that have the ability to trap heat. The concentrations are much lower than that of CO2. Thus, the warmth that they contribute plays in comparison to carbon dioxide. One of the biggest concerns with the CO2 contribution is the burning of fossil fuels and the melting of the permafrost. The burning or the combustion of the fossil fuels in cars, factory, and electric production results in carbon dioxide product. However, since 1990, annual CO2 emissions have grown up by almost 20%, that equals up to about 6 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. Simply start. Permafrost is a layer of permanently frozen soil below the surface practical environments. It is mainly found in North USA, Canada, and Russia. Permafrost includes a great deal for arranging rich material from gases and other plants. So as mentioned, due to rising temperature, the organic material will decompose and release huge amount of carbon dioxide and methane into the atmosphere. This is melting and decomposition process will only continue as climate gets warm, release the two major greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Correct climate models do not take the melting of permafrost into account, so the rate of the warming may actually end up being much more rapid than what the current models are predicting. So, with the Earth's climate slowly warming up and the surrounding increase of the greenhouse gas, what can we do? Well, there are both things we can do individually and things we can do as social to help out the environment. We could expand to use of renewable energy, such utilizing such technologies as solar panels and window turbines. Also, by increased fuel infectance via energy efficient light bulbs and hybrid cars, we will decrease oil use and reduce coal and fossil fuels dependence on larger scale. However, we can attempt carbon sequestration, or methods the government is correctly experimenting with. Simply put, carbon sequestration is the process of capturing of the carbon dioxide emitted from the combustion of fossil fuels and storing it underground. As you can see, while there are many social changes that will slow down carbon dioxide emissions, there are also many individual lifestyle choices that can make a big difference. The Earth is getting warm from the carbon dioxide emissions from the burning of the fossil fuels and the melting of the permafrost. But with the motions such as internet, wind energy, storing energy efficient appliances, and sequestration carbons, we can stabilize our climate. Also, those changes will not resolve climate change. With anybody's help, our society may strive towards a world where global warming will become less of an issue and also create a clean world for generations